Senator Wellstone. Nobody showed up. Roy Reed got a packed house. Right now we've got about 120 people in our little place here. And, you can call it sip and chatter, you can hear it all. We got Senator Wellstone going to show up here in about 10 minutes. Some of these people are going to tear them apart. Good for the senator. Senator Wellstone.
Yeah. I want to get some popcorn. I get
Amanda's gonna. Is she?
And so we would like to start as quick as possible because we realize the time outlets that some people do have. It will be a great honor to see so many people here tonight. I think most people have been sip and chatter for since its opening, I would believe.
Pretty close.
I know some people here have come from a long ways away. We have people here from Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Morris, and Ashby. I have my son that came all the way from Rapid City. When we were together at yes, and he wanted to become sure to listen to you, Paul, and it is a great honor. We have the U.S. Senator from the state of Minnesota, Paul Wellstone, here. Please give him a round of applause. Couple of things. First of all, you absolutely have to believe me. I did not come here thinking that I would be given a big talk because I thought just be meeting with a few friends. So whatever I say will be impromptu and will be from the head and from the heart. The other thing is I am going to be brief when I came, and I don't want any laughter on that. When I came to the Senate, I was involved in this debate, and it was early on, and I was giving it everything I had, and I was pretty proud of, saying what I believed and hoping that I was speaking well. And the senator came up to me, an older, I won't use his name, older man, and he said to me, he said, "You remind me of Hubert Humphrey," and I felt so proud. But then he said, "You talk too much." County gathering, when we started, it had to be. It had to be about a year before the election, about November. And where was that gathering at? Barrett. In Barrett. And I mean, a lot of you were, I know some of you were there because it was a big turnout. And I remember thinking that night that I had a chance because people showed up. And in the last analysis, that was the only way we could win. So the first thing I get to do is I get to thank you all for all your support, for all your help. I mean, it was the only way to win the Senate race in Minnesota was to be grassroots, and the only way to do it was just to have a lot of people. There's two resources in politics, money and people, and if you don't have the money, then it's the people, and you all were just amazing. We were stopped by at Patty and Joel's place, Patty Kakenack and Joel Levy, They just did so much. I know many of you were contacted by them. I want to introduce Alan
Want to get
Richards.
around you without
Who,
getting
we
in
have
your
an
picture.
office in West Central, Western Minnesota. Alan, it's in Wilmer. Alan's from North Dakota originally. Don't hold that against him. He farmed. I thought he'd be a good person. He farmed for 18 years. He was in the North Dakota State Legislature, the State Senate for 16 years. He has a real good feel for smaller towns, for rural communities. And Marcia Keller, who is also with me. Marcia?
I'm over here.
Marcia's over there. And Marcia does all of our scheduling and all of our work with media. And please do call Marcia if there's something that we need to know about, try and get out here. I apologize for Sheila. We're trying to figure out the finances of it. I don't know any other way to say it except to be direct. Clearly, it's not allowed, and it shouldn't be allowed for Sheila to travel on the Senate budget because she's not in the Senate. But by the same token, we're not independently wealthy, so she comes back with me sometimes, but we can't come back as much as I wish we could. So she wanted to come back this weekend. We get to see our granddaughter, we get to see our kids, but we can only do it together every once in a while, so she sends her apologies. I won't go into a lot of policy or substance. How about if I just summarize the first year this way? I went to the Senate from the state of Minnesota. It was a huge victory. People care, the economy, jobs, and I don't think you can separate those issues from one another. They are absolutely interrelated in terms of the future for our country, for our kids. Those are the fronts that I'm going to be most active on, be able to try and do well for people. It is a very big deal to me to be a United States Senator from Minnesota. And I mean for everyone. I'm serious about it. I mean, I love my party. I am a Democrat. The DFL party is important to me, but there's not anybody that comes into the door of the office that I can afford not to listen to. I have to keep listening to people. I have to keep trying to support the National Health Insurance Bill. That's the one that Colin Peterson has been very supportive of. It's the Russo bill in the House, and in 2 weeks it'll be the Russo, and I don't mean it bragging, but it will be the Russo-Wellstone bill. We are now introducing at the beginning of the session national health insurance on the Senate side. So it's good to have a House and Senate bill companion because it gives people more of an opportunity to organize for it. The third point, I do not believe with a divided government. I think you're going to have gridlock. I do not believe that a national health insurance bill, which calls for fundamental reform, will be passed this session. And therefore, what I think we have to do is get it out there, fight very hard for it. At least it's better than making it an issue. I think at least we will have introduced a piece of legislation that talks about how you structure health care, how you administer health care, and how you finance it. And it's better to have a substantive piece of legislation than just rhetoric. Then the next challenge is to get it passed, and it's going to be tough. Our bill presents a direct challenge to the insurance companies. They are very much opposed to it, so it'll be hard. So my next point is we have another piece of legislation that I think has a better chance. That's why I said it took me a little time to cover this, which essentially would be an amendment to the leadership bill, or might stand on its own, which essentially says if the federal government can't be a part of the solution, don't be a part of the problem. Give the states waivers on ERISA, Medicare, and Medicaid, and let states move forward with their own health insurance programs. There's a number of states, Minnesota included, who would dearly love the opportunity to do that. And I need to get, as a senator, I need to get the state of Minnesota some exemptions from some of the, I know, Claire, you know what I'm talking about, some of the bureaucratic rules and regulations. Final point. I would dearly love also to pick up bits and pieces. I would love to see a home-based health care plan covered. In Minnesota, we have the nurse block program, which is great. Or is it block nurse? In other words, where you really have a community-based health care that enables people, many of them older, to stay at home rather than having to go to nursing home. I'd like to get that. I'd like to see a children's health care plan passed. I'd like to see more done within our school system for kids. If you think about it, those clinics, you know, the nurses in the clinics, that's an infrastructure, and those clinics are becoming the family doctor for a lot of kids right now, because people can't afford it. So I'm going to try and work on it on all levels, and I am worried that we won't pass anything this year, but it sure won't be on my part for lack of trying. And I tell you one thing, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, some of you know what I'm talking about, called for national health insurance in 1935 as a part of the Social Security Act. It's been over a half a century. I will bet my life that in the next several years we're going to see some form of national health insurance passed. We'll see it happen.
Professor,
Professor!
as you are
Right.
honorable for me as professor, then as a senator, honorable senator. I like to talk or say about a philosophical basis that two things in this great country should be available to anybody. One is medical help and other is education.
Yeah.
What shall happen? Today, these two issues which I feel this country demands and desires.
I agree, but can I make the point that I believe one of the first things you're going to see happen in Washington, I hope, along with, I think, some targeted investment tax credits for small businesses. The sooner we get focused on that kind of investment, the better we'll be. And that's what we're going to have to do right now. And I think education, of course, we won't do well in the world unless we have a literate, educated, intelligent, healthy population.
We're getting quite an education now, aren't we, under the Bush plan?
Boy, I tell you what, I love it. Well, I can't top that. The only one-liner I ever had, which, you know, I'm not that great. The only two things that I've ever come up with, because I'm not very good at those liners, was I did say when George Bush came out here for a quick photo opportunity at the Saturn School, I did say that for George Bush to identify, call himself the education president, you know, would be like me trying to say that I was a 7-foot center for the LA Lakers. And the other one I had, which was for Ben Weber, was who has, you know, been really cheerleading this trickle-down economics for over a decade, was that this cut in the capital gains that they want to do, that President Bush is talking about. The other one I came up with, but it's not original, and I heard it, and I've got to keep saying it, is that the metaphor for what they're proposing right now with, you know, same old cuts in the capital gains tax, is that you feed the horse the oats with the hope that some of it will pass through and get to the sparrows. And that's about what we're talking about. That's not as good as you do.
I have a question about Social Security. There's a lot of talk about the Social Security program going to go over from the 2010, 2020. Now, I totally favor separating that fund from the national budget.
Yeah.
How do you see that happening? And I could see the last statement I got a year ago said that the Social Security system had a $44 billion surplus. Now, anybody with any grades at all says get at least 6% for that kind of money. Is the government going to be able to pay us that kind of money? And what is happening to it? How do you stand on separating that fund from the national budget?
I don't believe that any of the Social Security trust fund money should be used for deficit reduction or figured into the revenue part of the equation. We're in agreement on that. I do think that the whole question of what happens. Remember, the way the Social Security works is it's fine now. What you project in the future, I mean, the Social Security trust fund works this way. You're working, and when you're working, you pay X percentage of the money that you make in Social Security taxes. And that money is transferred and pays for Social Security benefits for people who don't work. And then when you're older and you retire, you hope that there will also be a Social Security trust fund for you.
I hear that because of not years. 17 to 26 per year. What's happened? Anything?
The question is about the notch years. Do you want to explain notch years for everybody?
Go ahead.
I'm forgetting. See, he's caught up on all of the tricks here. That was a teaching trick too. When the student would have a really great question, I'd say, you know, that's a really good question, and maybe you'd want to explain what you're really thinking about, so I could understand what you're saying. What was the only thing I need to know is what years are we talking about?
1917 to 1926, I believe.
Yeah, see, I can't remember the exact time period. It's a formula such that Americans born between the years, I don't know, it's about
That's for 17 to 26.
1917 to 1926, right in that time period.
Yeah.
Any of you in that time period?
Yeah.
The Social Security reimbursement is not equitable, and older Americans born in those years do not receive the same compensation, if you will. And there was an amendment introduced by Harry Reid from Nevada, which I support, to rectify that, and it keeps getting put off and not voted on, and the concern has to do with where the money comes from. I think we should equalize the formula.
I get letters from them saying, sign this petition and send it in to get this legislation approved so they can correct it.
Yep. And I feel, you know, see, this is what happens to me. This is fair enough. I feel like I'm whipping out of it, but I'm only one vote. I know. People send petitions, and so far there's been no action. I happen to agree with you. If I don't, I tell you.
It's getting close to being over now. Everybody's talking to everybody, and he's shaking everybody's hand out here.
I hope you asked the question. I forgot to ask it. What happened to the bus?
Oh, we got it. Don't get him started right now. We're going to fix it up.
Goodbye!
Bye-bye.
Maybe he's on beyond it. Maybe he can go a man.
Actually, Paul Stockton Road, the bus is determined.
No way.
Drive careful!
First of all, no, and second of all, be a big mistake to get done.
Hey guys.
Bye.
You guys, follow us to the dance. Really, we're going to Karen. So come on, yeah, let's go.
Okay. You feel like going to the dance?
There he goes. He's gone, Chris. I know.
About 7 years.